Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I am doing the second video in the romance recommendations video series. So again, I'm continuing with the new adult books. I'll link the first video I did down below, but I have a couple of physical books as well as some books that I don't own to recommend that I've read, obviously. So let's just get started. First book is probably a controversial one. But I am going to recommend Beautiful Disaster by Jamie Mcguire. I'm sure a lot of you have already read this, but on the off chance that you haven't, I recommend it. This was like one of the first ones I read, and I read it in a day. Like, I loved it. I have since reread it, and I don't think I love it as much as the first time I read it because I was more innocent and less prone to picking up problematic things, but I still love this book even though it's problematic, and there are problematic parts in this book, so if you are bothered by that you probably won't like this. But if you're like me and you don't really get bothered by it, you might like it. This follows Abby, who goes to college and she's kind of like a good girl, and she then meets Travis Maddox, who is pretty much opposite of her. He's covered in tattoos, he's like a badass, and they form a really fast friendship, and they make this bet, I think at some point, and then they have to live together and all of that stuff. I love Travis. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I just love this book. This is the only Jamie Mcguire book that I actually love. I don't really like any of her other books. I probably won't read any of her other books, but I just love this one. Plus, I have really fond memories of it. So, next book, I actually don't have the first one, but I do have the sequel, and that is The Edge of Never. Yeah, The Edge of Never. Which is this one, and then I have the second book, which is The Edge of Always. I recommend both of these books. From now on, I'm going to recommend series, not just like the first book, which I should have done in my other video, but you live and learn. It's been so many years since I read the series, so I don't necessarily know exactly what happens because it's been so long. This is both a duology, so you have to read book 1 and book 2. But the first book, The Edge of Never, follows Cameron, who is kind of unhappy with her life, I think, and then she goes on a bus and has really no destination, and on the bus she meets Andrew, and they decide to travel together, and obviously they fall in love, and there's a lot of deeper stuff in it. I think they're quite darker and sad books, but I can't really remember. But yeah, I totally recommend this duology. Yeah, check it out. I bought this book for like $5. That's why I have the second one and not the first one, because I bought this one on sale, but I need to buy book 1. The next book I recommend is Sea of Tranquility by Kashia Millay. This I read also eons ago, but this is about a girl who had a tragic thing happen to her, and she is now silent, like she does not talk. And she tries to cope with her life, and then she meets Josh, and they kind of form a friendship, which later on turns into love. Yeah, it's been so long since I read this, so I still want to recommend it because I remember loving this, but I feel like I might change my mind whenever I reread it, but I still really, really love it. So I do totally recommend this. It is also kind of a darker, has, I think, violence in here. I can't remember if there was sexual assault or anything. I don't think so, but I can't remember. I'm so sorry. Maybe do a little research for yourself, but yeah, I do recommend this one. And next is another series, and that's the More Than series by J. McLean. I don't have book 1 with me, but this is book 1, More Than This, and each of these are companion books, so they don't follow the same couple, except for More Than Her and More Than Him. These two go together, so you have to read those together, but the rest you don't have to read. in order or anything, but I do recommend that you do because you'll just get a better experience out of it. The first book is More Than This. The second book is More Than Her. The third book is More Than Him. And then the fourth book is More Than Forever. And the fifth book, which is More Than Enough. I also don't own this one yet. But yeah, I love this series, especially More Than Forever and More Than This. Those are probably my two favorite books out of this series. They're each companion books, so I don't really want to tell you what each book is about, but they just follow a different couple. The first book, More Than This, is kind of the beginning of all of the friends. So it follows a girl who is on her prom night and she goes to this restaurant and then she meets this guy in the bathroom. Or no, she runs into him. And they decide to just take off and have a night together. And they have a great night. But then she goes home. He drops her off at her house. And she finds out that literally all of her family was murdered. And then it's kind of her coping with that and then having a new relationship and all that. I really loved book one. It was so great, and that's why obviously I continued. But I highly recommend the series if you want new adult series. It's they're pretty heavy. They're not like light and fun. They're pretty heavy, but you know, there's some of the angsty good stuff. So I definitely recommend the series. The next series I recommend is the Dearest series by Lex Martin. The first book is Dearest Clementine. Second book is Finding Dandelion. And the third book is Kissing Madeline. I highly recommend this trilogy. Super fun and cute. First book, Dearest Clementine, follows Clementine Avery, who is at college, so she doesn't want to date because she got burned in the past, and she signs up for this class that is like romance writing, and she meets the sexy PA, Gavin, and they form a friendship, but he obviously wants more. And I highly recommend this series. I recommend Lex Martin in general. I love her books. They're really just light and fun. But this trilogy is really, it's really great. So I highly recommend it. It's also a companion series, so you don't have to read one or the other. Like, you don't have to read them in order. So next duology that I recommend is the Frigid duology by Jennifer L. Armentrout or J. Lynn. The first book is Frigid and the second book is Scorched. The first book I read Frigid in 2013, so I literally don't really remember. I think all I remember is that they went to this cabin and they were stranded there. I think they just fell in love or something. I think that's what it's about. And the second book is a companion book, so it doesn't follow the same characters, so you don't have to read them in order either. Oh yeah, this one is a Friends to Lovers book. Yeah, I really need to reread it, but it's super cute. I loved it. And the last couple of books that I'm going to recommend is one super long series. It's like a 10-book series. I'm just going to mention the first like 5. But it is the Reed Brothers series by Tammy Faulkner. So Tall, Tatted, and Tempting, Smart, Sexy, and Secretive, Calmly, Carefully, Completely, Maybe Matt's Miracle, and Proving Paul's Promise. So there are like 10 books in the series. I just mentioned the first 5 because those are probably my favorites out of the series, although I keep reading the series. I really, really love it. I highly recommend it. So this series in general follows the Reed brothers who own a tattoo parlor and they all work there. And the first book, Tall, Tatted, and Tempting, follows Logan, who is deaf. And he meets this girl, Kit, who actually has trouble, I think she's dyslexic, but has real trouble writing and talking. Or maybe she has a stutter. I can't remember, you guys. It's been so long. I'm so sorry. But she comes in for a tattoo, and he is the person that tattoos her, and they kind of form a friendship, sort of. he wants to learn more about her, but she's very secretive, very, very shy about everything, and I just love this series so much. It's not like the best book in the world. I feel like it could have been better written, but I don't care. I'm just here for the stories and the characters. So yeah, I totally recommend this series as well. Super long, but it's so worth it, especially if you love tight family relationships. Totally this one. This series has all the family stuff. I love it. So yes, those are all the books that I have to recommend for this video. The next video will definitely still be a new adult one. I'm probably going to do 2 or 3 more new adult ones, and then I'll probably do erotica, and then I'll probably do like just contemporary romance, like more adult-ish, and then maybe I'll do like dark romance. I don't know, I'm gonna do all of them. It's just gonna take me a really long time. Please be patient, because it's just, there's so many books that I want to recommend. It's just so hard. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, follow me on all my other social media, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.